Okay, there we are. There we are. Hello, Sofa Squad. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the sofa. I hope everybody's fine. This is my friend Derek, who y'all have met at some point or at this point or whatever. If you haven't, that's my friend Derek. He's hanging out. We're going to Atlanta tomorrow to see The Cure on Tuesday. We are very excited. Now, listen up here, y'all. Old Soul emailed me talking about, oh, are you gonna be able to give memberships? And I was like, what is that? Let me check it out. So Derek and I were sitting here and I was debating on how to do it. And I was like, well, it says YouTube picks them. So I don't know that, like how that works. So I was like, well, let's just try it. So that's what just happened. So apparently if you do that, YouTube picks the people in the room and it just randomly gives them to them. So I did 5 there. So enjoy a month of little member videos and whatnot. Um, and I don't know how else it works other than that. So that's it. So, anyways, hello, everybody. I hope y'all are well. Now, y'all, let's give a big sofa welcome to Miss Emily. Let me get back to the normal chat and not StreamYard. Hold on. Okay, and let me mute this. Hold on for a second. Are you with it? And there's Miss Emily. Okay, there we are. So everybody give a warm welcome to Miss Emily. She is our moderator in house. And she holds the sofa down. She's been here from day one, y'all. Um, and so we love her to death. And also, so I'm gonna be doing this is what we're doing today. If y'all follow me, we kind of go all over the place on live chats and stuff like that. We are celebrating 60,000 subs, and thank you everybody for making that possible. I literally did not ever imagine that we would have 60,000 sofa cushions, right? So thank you. And thank you to everybody who just did a super chat and also who gifted other people memberships. I'm glad to see Vicky got one. This is so cool. I love that option, right? Make sure you scroll back in the community page to look at all the member videos and stuff, and the old live chats and stuff like that. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to be using some things as talking points to talk about different things and whatnot. And so, hey, Veronica, it's Derek. So first things first with Emily, like I said, she's been here since day one, and we're gonna number one. Well, Derek and I were just talking about this earlier, but we're gonna finally get to meet Emily in person at CrimeCon this year. Super excited. But Emily always will send stuff, and I want to show this because Derek was just looking at this. I pulled it down from the back because you want to be able to see it. It's usually in the set, and Emily made this. She makes these, and Derek was like, "Who made this?" He was like, "This is wonderful," and I was like, "Emily did this," but she sent this to me, and I absolutely love this. And I get to see it every day. I keep a lot of stuff like this, especially if somebody from the Sofa Squad sends it to me. I like to try and keep it here in the set because I get to see it when I'm working, which I'm usually in here almost all the time. And so there's that. But anyway, she does this beautiful stuff. She's been here since day one. Literally, the first time I went live, she saved me from a bunch of trolls, and she's just always been there. And thank you, Emily. I absolutely adore you and your presence and all of your help here. It literally wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you. And thank you, this. I know Derek's excited to meet her too. We were like, I can't wait to meet Emily. And I was like, I know it's going to be like right around the corner. And he was, because he thought, actually, he thought that we had met before. I was like, I've not yet. I've not met Emily yet. Hey, Stormy, how's it going? It's good to see you. Okay, so I figured that we would be doing this today. Okay. We're going to kind of jump all over the place. But what I did is I went back and there's this, and if you've been following me, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this video. Okay. So Denise Rainey, God rest her soul, she at one point did this like video where she went through and picked up all these little clips of me and whatnot doing crazy stuff and made a compilation of them. And so I went through and kind of scaled it down and edited it some to get like just a few things. And I was like, oh, you know what? When we watch this, this would be a good talking point for blank or whatever. And it's just funny. But also watching it. So, first of all, there's some footage from my 2,500 sub party. And I was just like, oh my God, I just can't believe it's so weird how like the videos used to look and all that kind of stuff compared to now or whatever. So we're going to go through some of that. We're going to talk about some of the stuff back here. I'm going to answer questions. So a lot of you, I was like, hey, if you have any questions, drop it down, in these comments or whatever. And I'll go over them in the video. So we're going to do all that. Okay. Now, In fact, let me pull that up so we can kind of go through it. And we'll use those as talking points and whatnot and just kind of, talk and sit here and hang out. Um, so all that being said, also keep in mind the next videos coming out this week are going to be follow up on the Utah mom. I got a few things to say about her court appearance because I was watching that today. I was like, oh my God. And also Chad Dorman. I mean, my God, his too. Thanks, KK. Thank you very much. So I'm going to pull the questions up here and start going through those. And then we're going to also watch like the little thing. And yes, you can absolutely ask questions in the chat. Hopefully I'll be able to catch them all. But Queen Bee just asked, what kind of sofa do you have? So here's the thing. Actually, the sofa is getting ready to change to back to the real sofa where I might actually sit on the thing. So you can't really see it right now, but it's like, it's basically a chair and a half. And you know what? This will be a good place to start here with this because somebody asked this question talking about how I came up with the logo and the trailer and the sofa and all that. Because a lot of you who are just following me are probably like, why doesn't he sit on the sofa? Why does he have that weird chair behind him? Like it's kind of morphed over the years or whatever. Thanks, Lizzie. But that's what it is back there. And the other room over here, I have my sofa from the apartment. And we're getting ready to rearrange everything to where this room is going to be, I'm going to redo the wall over here and have like the real sofa in here. Now, again, just because of the way the video is done, it depends on if I can actually sit on it or if it has to be like a backdrop thing when I'm recording, but you'll actually be able to see the whole sofa. Like I'm going to make this entire room the recording studio and kind of change some things up with the camera angles and stuff. But I'm going to get more cool wall stuff and have the things like that. So that being said, let me pull this up and then we're going to watch a little clip on the thing too. And you know what? We're going to do that. And yeah, Lizzie says with 60,000 subs, you need a bigger sofa. I know. That's what I was thinking. We can all fit. I mean, my God. We're going to have to, we can't do this little chair and a half thing. We can't do it. Can't do it. Now I'm just pulling up my channel and going to the community page from earlier today. And then I'm going to get in here where the questions are. Okay, so let's start up here. Okay, so this person asked a really good one. Thanks, Monique. I appreciate it. This person was basically like, if you could go back and change, and it was Eric Jasper 4472. Thanks for joining, Sean. And they say, if there was anything you could go back and change in your life, what would it be? If I may ask, you have an awesome show, awesome coverage, and you're probably one of the nicest people that I've had the pleasure of watching. Keep up the great work. First of all, thank you very much for participating, dropping a question. And if I could go back and change one thing, okay, hindsight is always 2020, right? And I'm somebody who's always like, well, good, bad, and different. I've, like where I'm at, if that makes sense. So if I could change one thing, it would have been when I was younger to have, and I don't know if the right word is to say taking life more seriously, but number one, have an awareness of, you're going to want to be more serious when you're older, right? But also number two, I would probably believed in myself more and like to go back and talk to my younger self and to kind of be like, you know what? Don't hate yourself so much. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so down on yourself. Like believe in yourself more because I felt like I had to go through some really dark, tumultuous times to get to that kind of a place. And that's one reason why I deal with stuff like that through humor because that's how I deal with my own personal stuff. So if I had to go back and change something like that, it would be that. Thank you for the question, Mr. and Ms. Eric. And I'm going to keep going. Boom. Okay, here's the question. And this will also segue into the first little video thing. Okay, so Honey Badger, which I hope that comes from that. Remember the guy who used to do the Honey Badger videos? Do y'all remember that? And you're like, Honey Badger, I can't say it because he would cuss the whole time, but they were so funny. Okay, so how, where, and why did you come up with this trailer / half a sofa idea when you're anything but a trailer, half a sofa kind of guy? Thank you, Honey Badger. And let's just be honest, I'm straight from the trailer, full size. Now, here's the thing. We're going to play this clip in a second. Thanks, Monique. I appreciate it. And thanks, Brianna, for joining. We're going to play this clip. So, and also the logo is what they're talking about if you look up here on the screen. So when I first started the channel, well, we were selling our townhouse and moving into our what do you call it? We got a camper. And so we lived in the camper and did that for several years, right? So like several years. So I would sit on the sofa in the camper and record these videos. Now, before that, where the name Reporting Live from My Sofa came from is I would literally be like Matt and I would be watching, what do you call it? A true crime thing on TV or whatever. And I was the type, and still am, honestly. Um, but I would be like, "Oh, give me the remote," and I pause it, and I would have to like say my piece about whatever was going on, whether it was like, "Oh, I think they did this, and if you look at this, and right, whatever." And Matt would be like, "Oh God, here goes Paul reporting live from the damn sofa again. He's gonna crack the case with a remote in his hand, a slice of pizza in one hand, and a remote in the other." And so once I was like, you know what, I want to do. We got into this and we're going to know it later. I was like, reporting live from the sofa was just like the next thing, right? So then we very soon there, I didn't really start doing it till we moved into the camper. And so there was where I was like, oh, you know what? That just makes sense. It's kind of like there, and the dog would sit on the camper or in the sofa. And in the beginning, it was Bailey, our other dog, who she's not in here, who would always sit on the sofa with me. Roscoe wouldn't want no part of it. So there was that. Now I'm going to share the screen. Hey, Van Life, how's it going? I'm going to share the screen and we're going to go over some of these early videos. Y'all, this was cringe fest, okay? Because you know what it's like when you watch yourself. I mean, I already have to watch myself enough, right? Doing the editing and stuff like that. But going back and being like, oh my God, like this is like, I don't know. I'm just more hard on myself. Now, please hold. Please damn hold. I mean, Lord have mercy. How do I share the screen? Present. Share screen. I mean, my God. Okay. Where is the editing? Chrome tab. We don't want that. A window. We want that. Okay, now I'm sorry, y'all, but this is not fancy, but you're going to be looking at it in my Wondershare where I edit videos from and the edited clips. So it's going to look funny or whatever, but I just went through and again, just picked some out. So just know that's why it looks this way. Now, let me make sure that y'all can see what I'm seeing before I press play. Okay. So first of all, you can see all this up here. Okay. This was the camper. This is out the window. Now, watch when I start speaking in this. This little blue jay comes and dances on the tree behind me, and it is so cute. But these were the beginning days of sitting on the sofa in the camper, and so that's where all this came from. So I'm gonna go over here and play it. Now, first of all, let me know if you can hear what the video is saying, because just let me know. Drop a 1 if you can hear it when I play it. Okay, here we go. It is Paul reporting live from my sofa. Before we get started, if you like what I'm cooking, hit the subscribe button, click that dinner bell. When you hear it ring, pull your chair up to the table, and let's dish. What's going on? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, pause that for a second. Okay, y'all, that so cringy. Oh my God. Okay, so let's go back to here. Might be me kind of roasting myself here. So hold on for a second. We're going to go for a personal roasting. Okay, so first of all, bless my little heart. This was the 2,500 sub party. If you were here, I know, Emily, you were probably here. This was in the camper in the bedroom. And y'all, the way we had to move stuff around for this. Oh my God. Y'all, that was such a nightmare filming in the camper. I mean, you had to rearrange the whole thing every time. Oh my God. But I cut a lot of this out, but I mean, we got a cake and did all this crazy stuff. And this is when I was like trying different experiments. And it was just fun or whatever. But again, it's just kind of cringy to watch myself. So it's just, it is what it is. Okay. So let's go through. We're going to leave it on this kind of cringy screen of me waving to everybody. And let's go down to the next question, because some of these questions prompt different things. Okay. Miss Veronica. Wait, hold on. Okay, so Veronica Lynn 9756, I saw you earlier. Hey girl, hey. She asked, Paul, my question is, although these cases are sad, is there a case you think about wishing could be solved? All are sad and there are so many. Now this is going to be a double one here, y'all, because somebody else asked a question later, but we'll come back to it. We'll revisit this one because it's the same thing. Jean Benet. if y'all, John Benet, y'all, I mean, when I sit here and tell you, and I've really never even done a video on it, right? Because there's no way you can touch that case. It's so intricate. Um, but that is one that I'm like, I want that case to be solved before I leave this earth, right? It's just, do I think it will? Hey, Veronica, there you are. Thank you for asking the question in the comment earlier. Do I think it will be truly solved? No, I don't. And I think that's what the mystery of it is and the heartbreak of it is. I just really want that too. Now, before that, saying more recent cases, but we got this. The most recent one was Orrin and Orson. Um, Classic and Sincere, the real names, if you're familiar with the cases or whatever, but by the media and stuff and all that, you would know them as Orrin and Orson. That was one. Now, do I think that we'll ever find their bodies? No. Thank God the parents were brought to justice, but that was one where I was like, I know these boys didn't just slip into the damn thin air, right? But that was one, but that was like a more recent one, but like one that just goes back in time or whatever, like for many, many years. I think that, Jean Benet. Okay, so let's keep going. All right. So AK Emerson 424 asks, Paul, how do you keep your mental health positive since you're covering upsetting, gruesome content? Any tips? So I think that's an excellent question. Basically, I have poor mental health. Just joking. I mean, half the time I do. So like I said, like earlier when I was talking about this thing, if you just join, where I, for my own personal stuff, use laughter and looking at the absurdity in life and stuff to get through hard times or whatever. And so I think because of that, not that I don't take things seriously and whatnot, because I do hit a time, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, where it's like, oh, okay, this is like, like, so for example, Derek and I are going to Atlanta. Now, mind you, I'll still be editing videos down there, but it's like taking that self-care time, because when things get real heavy, if you've been following, we just came out of reading the Harmony Montgomery affidavit. I mean, that was sick, right? There's that. Chad Dorman. I mean, this is like kind of like okay, I'm ready for a road trip. You know what I mean? Type thing. And I just find little nuggets like that, and physical exercise. Honestly, for me, that's like, what do you call it? Zoloft. Yeah, really. It's like a natural pill or whatever. And then again, because I've had to learn to just laugh at myself and whatnot, I just always look at the, I'm just always trying to find humor to get to deal with life, if that makes sense. So there's that. Now, let's keep going. This one's good. So Jennifer Whitehead 8107 asks, what's been your favorite case to research present this far? Okay. There could be several, but honestly, I'm going to have to say The Staircase, Michael Peterson. Did I research that much? No, but just going through it over the years and the different content that's come out about it. Also because it's local. Also because the original documentary, The Staircase, was so groundbreaking for its time and got me so into true crime. Now, I'd already been into it beforehand, but that was like one where I was like, I've watched that thing so many times, y'all. And so I really have enjoyed that because I recognize the stuff that they talk about. I mean, it's happened here. I've driven by the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I talk to people who are like, oh, yeah, I saw I saw somebody who was like, Michael Peterson came in their gym the other day, and I was like, God, that's so weird. Oh, wait, hold on. So Jennifer said, wait, no, who says that? Somebody said, Jennifer says, I had to service Michael Peterson at my caliber collision. Oh my God. What was he like, Jennifer? Was he nice to you? Um, yeah, you had to act like you. Jennifer says so. She had to basically wait on Michael Peterson at her job, and she had to pretend that she didn't know who he was. I mean, for real, right? So yeah, that's that one. Um, okay, then here was also thank you for telling me how to do the membership thing. Um, okay, I'm just reading through these. Okay, so Vanessa the priest. Hold on. I think that's hold on. Okay, yeah. Vanessa the priest says, Questions. Best decision you ever made. Advice for 13-year-old Paul. See you soon. Okay, so we kind of did this one before. Um, but again, I would tell myself to believe in myself more and to know that this is temporary, and that good things are going to come in, and not get lost in the moment of what's going on, if that makes sense. And just so bogged down with it and so negative on myself. I'd be like, don't stop believing. Um, okay, so let me go over here. So while I look up the next things, let's go to the next little clip here and see what it is. Please hold.
I am fascinated by grown-up food fights. Like when people get honestly pissed off and like grab a piece of pizza and slap somebody with it. I think there's nothing better than that. I mean, I just love stuff.
I mean, and honestly, who doesn't, right? I mean, I absolutely love adult food fights. And there's in one of these little clips we're getting ready to watch, it's me reading an article about that. Um, about a crime with that. How many of these crimes? It shocks me how often the police are called to a home because somebody slapped another person with some form of food. I mean, I cannot get enough of it. And Scranton Strangler, thank you, thank you, thank you. 5 on 60K. I found you during the salt trial, but I love visiting your earlier. You're awesome, amazing. I love your channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, Anna Cake says, "Oh, okay, so we'll use this as the thing." Anna Cake says, "I can't roll my eyes hard enough." Yes, y'all, I've heard your. I'm making the merch for "I Can't Roll My Eyes Hard Enough." And speaking of the merch, so I started working with Bonfire. That's who I'm doing things through now. And oh yeah, Derek's got. So here's our little sweatshirt. So the way Bonfire works is they do like a campaign. This one lasts 21 days, and then after that, you go on to the next thing, and it'll turn into a normal store. What now? Oh wait. It is a sweatshirt. So this is the sweatshirt that can y'all see it? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. So there's that. It says welcome to the sofa. And then that the back. Um Links down below for those. And after these, I'm doing that. I can't roll my eyes hard enough because I want one of those too. And so I'll go to probably the members and stuff like that to be like, hey, what would y'all like to see on that? Because I like to kind of incorporate all into stuff. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm pushing Sofa Tea, yeah, he's got some good ideas too. We got some tea up in here. Oh, thank you, Emily. Okay, so let's watch another clip real quick. Please hold. Um, I forgot what I was doing. Hey, Amanda, what's going on, girl?
Sure. Put shake and bacons.
Hi, my name's Paul. I'm a Sagittarian. I like long walks on the beach, and my favorite color is blue.
My favorite ASMR is Gentle Whisper.
I love getting all stud land, watching things about murderous rampages.
So I just did that because it was a bunch of like my favorite things that people ask, and I was just funny. And to kind of promote Gentle Whisper and ASMR if you're into that. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I'm glad to see you, and thank you. That's really sweet of you. Chrissy says, "Congrats, Paul. I turned 40. Oh, happy birthday! I have spina bifida and had 65 plus surgery and plan to start a channel. Could I ever commit? Hold on. Hold on. Now the screen went away. Hold on. Please hold. Everyone, please hold." Hold on, let me do this real quick. Okay, congrats, Paul. Turned 65 plus surgeries and plan to start. Absolutely, absolutely. And I don't know if you have my email or not, but I always tell people when they have questions about starting a channel and all that kind of stuff to absolutely reach out. I have no problem giving you. I mean, I'm no expert, right? But I can help you out with the things that I learned along the way as well. But I think that would be awesome for you to do that, and I think a lot of people could benefit from that. I would love to help you with that. And thank you for the super chat. You're sweet. Chrissy's been here for a long time. Thank you so much. And yeah, happy 40th as well. Scranton Strangler, I'm glad you're here at our first live chat. And also my other so I don't go live on this channel as much. I'll do it for special occasions, that type thing. On the other channel, the podcast channel, is where I'll go live like for the court stuff and if something's really popping off or like talk about stuff and whatnot. So yeah, just let me know. Okay, now let's go back. What are we going to do? Let's see what the next clip is real quick. There's not many of these, but you can see them. Golden Girls. Absolutely love the Golden Girls. So people always ask me stuff. The Golden Girls, I absolutely love. Now, you can't see it, but I've got their Funko Pops back here. I have tons of Golden Girls memorabilia. One reason I'm so into them now is because I grew up on that TV show. And going back and watching things like with Golden Girls, it's just what I call good, clean entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and the way they view their friendships and stuff like that, I just think it's really special. And they're funny. I mean, I've and Rose is me, okay? Rose is me. She's my spirit animal.
Friend.
I don't know what I was doing in that, y'all. I don't know what I was doing. But you see, I mean, this is like where the sofa originated, was like sitting in this camper doing like a lot of live chat.
A real microphone. Hey, double dibble, said the cat in the film.
I mean, those are our origins. Thank you, Lavender. You see a lot of people, they know the Golden Girls. I mean, it is what you're. Denise says you're Dorothy. If you're familiar with the Golden Girls, drop who you are in the show. I'm Rose. Denise is Blanche. If you're familiar with them, drop in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna find the next comment here, or question. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, this one's good. I can't see the whole name, but it says Vanessa the Pre, and that's where it ends. Questions based on the cases you've covered. Who is the dumbest criminal? Okay, y'all. I mean, this is a tough one, right? If we go recent, Daryl Brooks. I mean, Daryl Brooks. Although the two dudes, and somebody dropped the name of the victim in the comments because I cannot remember her name. It was in Florida, and the two dudes drove down to Florida and they like stopped at Walmart and bought like souvenirs and then went and killed her at this house. And it was like literally the stupidest thing. Honestly, Sarah and Jennifer Scott one, Sarah Boom, Chandler Halderson, another one. I mean, the list goes on, right? I mean, Sarah Boone, she takes the cake too. I can't wait to see. Yeah, Teresa. Denise is right. Teresa. I can't remember her last name. But that one where they drove down there and did like dumb stuff, y'all. I mean, like threw stuff out of the car. I mean, just stupid stuff where you're like, did you want to get caught? Seaver. Yep, Teresa Seaver. God bless her soul. So, okay, hold on. Yeah, Regina, I 100%. And here's the thing too. So I finally got around to watching his where he went to court yesterday, or whatever it was, or Friday. Um, I was like, I mean, so unbothered, right? He just sits in there like he didn't just do what he did. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading these questions. Okay, worst cellmate. Oh my God. This is just based on plain talking. Jodi Arias, Letitia, can you imagine? Ezra McCandless would be another one who I'm like, she does not shut up, right? She doesn't shut up. Lori Daybell. Jennifer says, can you handle here in pork loin? I know, right? Yeah, Sarah and Letitia, y'all, those would really be. Oh yeah, and Daryl Brooks would be a horrifying cellmate. He certainly would never shut up. He certainly would never shut up. Oh, thank you, Abilas. I hope I'm saying your name right. Congratulations, Paul. Found you during Letitia's trial. Been binging your videos. I die watching Chandler. Please do. Canadian Russell Williams and her reasons. You know what? I started to do that one. I will, because I got busy with other stuff. But I'm gonna do that one. That one's a good one. And then we're oh my God, yeah, Maxwell, 100%. Alex Murdoch, yeah, that's another one. I mean, there's so many. I mean, really, most of the people we follow here, can you imagine being forced to be in any confined space with them for any amount of time? It's like, most likely to thrive in prison. Ooh, that's a good one too. Clearly, Jodi Arias, right? She's done quite well in there. Most likely to thrive in prison. Definitely not Daryl Brooks. I'm surprised he's still alive. Who else? Who do y'all think is the most likely to thrive in prison? I think Alec Murdoch will do quite well, honestly. I think he's going to. I mean, he's already gambling and doing this and whatnot. And probably Ezra McCandless is doing quite well in prison too. Yeah, Lori will do very well. Yep, Lori will do very well. Very good CSI. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Alec Murdoch. Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's keep going. This person has some good ones here. Least desirable to have as a neighbor. I mean, my God, all the ones we just said, right? Daryl Brooks strike me as the type that would always come running over to your house the second you walked out the door. Whereas the other ones might just be obnoxious if they happen to see you, but like he would want to know. You know what I'm saying? Natalie. Yeah. Most ridiculous. She clearly did that. Most ridiculous performances on the stamp. Daryl Brooks, hands down, Daryl Brooks. Most likely to reoffend. Daryl Brooks, Lori, Letitia, all of them. Congratulations on all your success. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let me get back to the questions again. So congratulations, thank you. Apologies. Congratulations. I'm just going through these questions to find more these things to find more questions. What has been the most disturbing case you've reported on so far? Okay, y'all. Okay, now this one there's a tie obviously with it. Clearly, Lori and Letitia are incredibly disturbing. One of them that still haunts me, and I always think about and this honestly reminds me of the case we're dealing with now, Chad, is Tim Jones Jr. That case absolutely frightened me to my core. The way that he killed his children to retaliate against Amber, and the way that it was horrible. I will say this, the prosecution in that case, y'all, was so amazing, and their closing arguments were poetry. They conveyed the absolute horror in such a way. Yeah, Diane Downs is another good one. I forgot about that one, Janine. It was an amazing closing argument. I mean, you couldn't say, and the man was shocked that he was found guilty. I think he said, "But I'm crazy" or something like that, right? And I was like, what? But that just broke all of our heart. I mean, that was so horrible, right? Okay. Question here. Okay, this is a good one. Do your friends and family watch your channel? Do you ever hesitate to tell people about your interests because they'll think you weird? And I'm totally projecting. AC 3414. Good question. So yes, my family and friends, not even all my friends really, but family kind of just recently found out about the channel or knows about it. Work just found out about the channel. And so it does make me feel kind of weird, just in that like self-awareness type thing of being like, embarrassed or whatever. And then, yeah, I always have that in the back of my mind because here, amongst other true crime people, whatever your motivations are for watching it, please hold. I'm sorry to drink that on the thing. Whatever your motivations are for watching it, whether you're looking for justice, you're one of the victims, you're interested in psychology, you just like the courtroom, whatever it is.
I was going to say, I think too, a lot of people don't realize the opportunity for themselves, whether it be something that they just want to do for fun, can turn into something that they really enjoy doing and sharing with other people.
Yeah.
They never thought of it that way.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It just kind of, it just depends. But I have that in the back of my mind of like, being kind of like, are they going to think I'm a weirdo? You know what I'm saying? But I'm a weirdo anyways. I find true crime with bad people. I know, right? That I agree. And that's one thing that's fun about Crime Con is everybody's there. Is that you can literally strike up a conversation with anybody. Hold on. I went to school for criminal justice, but now I'm working at Calvary Collision and running into Michael Peters and Life. See, I would love to go back to school for something like criminal justice, like to get, serious now. Oh, hey, Mark, how's it going? Okay, so Mark says, how long did it take you to put out your first case? Okay, so that's a good question, Mark. So there's two versions of that. So the very first video I did, which is no longer on the thing, was about Murder Mountain on Netflix. The channel really started off as me watching true crime documentaries and commenting on them. And I mean, it was literally me. So for everyone talking about starting a channel or whatever, it was literally me just holding the phone and recording myself like this with this audio with the phone. I mean, you can start doing whatever it takes just to start making a video and learning, right? The first case that I actually did to try and like, let's put out what do you call it? A video on. Oh my God, I'm going to go blank now. Fatal. It was the one here in North Carolina in Fayetteville. He killed his family, his two daughters. Help me out here, y'all. Old case, but recently tried to get it. He's been trying to get this overturned for years and years and years. I want to say it's Michael something. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? One of y'all is going to drop it. But it happened in Fayetteville. He was in the military, and it was where he tried to blame it on the hippie chick with the hat, with the floppy hat, and he tried to copy the Manson crowd, and he said, "You're the one at Fort Bragg, Jennifer." Not Watts, McDonald, Jeffrey McDonald, right? Jeffrey McDonald, right? Um, okay, so that case was the very first true crime case in my life that I can remember. And I'm talking about being a kid, right? And I can remember my mom talking about it or something, and this movie came on. It scared the hell out of me, right? The idea of somebody breaking into your home and stabbing your parents and your kids on the, what do you call it, sofa. So I went back and I was like, I'll start with that one. I'm sure it's a crappy video. I remember sitting in the woods to record it, on the, what do you call this? The computer. And who even knows how well, I mean, at the time I was like, oh, this is well researched. You know what I'm saying? But now knowing what I know, I would like reread the book and like do all this other stuff. But that's kind of what I've always done, is to go through and I'll find something that interests me and kind of go through it. And then I'm like, well, you know what? This is what interests me about it. Or that's what it's turned into. And I'm going to come to the Sofa Squad with these parts of this case that interest me. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how it goes. Okay, now please help. Okay, so we did that question. Okay, here we go. So Mandy D says, question, who, what encouraged you to start a YouTube channel, and how do you manage to do it in another job as well? Love your channel, you and Roscoe. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if you were just joining, I kind of told a little bit of the story earlier, but I'll tell this part again. So I used to watch true crime documentaries. Matt and I would sit on the sofa, and I would be like, give me the remote, and I start talking about it, and he'd be like, oh God, here goes Paul reporting live from the damn sofa. And I start talking. Well, then all of a sudden I was like, I really want to do something with my degree. I have a degree in creative writing, English. I know this doesn't have anything to do with that, but you'll get where I'm going. And I was like, in just that creativity, like my soul needs that. And so then it just kind of clicked with me one day. I was like, wait a minute, I can make a YouTube video and like talk about these true crime documentaries that I watch and call it Reporting Live from My Sofa type thing. And so that's what I did. And Murder Mountain was the first one I did. And literally, I feel like the first video I did was me sitting on that sofa in the camper and Matt standing like way back here with the camera like this recording me, and Bailey on the sofa with me, and me talking about this case and just being like, and this is what else I like that kind of a thing. And then I would go in the woods a lot and stuff with my phone, and it's just funny where it started. But that's kind of where it began. And then soon thereafter, because it was like, well, I don't really have a documentary to do. Let me poke around on, what do you call this? YouTube. And I was like, who's this Chris Watts guy? Well, you already know, right? You already know. That just wrote itself out, and I was like, oh my God. And it was the tail end of it. Like he was just going to court to plead guilty and do that whole thing or whatever. Pardon me. And so then that just so I started doing this whole kind of commentary thing. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Okay. Let's go watch another clip.
Oh, I was going to say, did you see this?
Hold on, Derek's going to.
About the two pigs. I thought it was interesting. Oh, this one.
Oh my God. Yeah. So says, could you do one on Robert? Well, hold on, let me do this. Could you do one of Robert Picton who fed his victim to the pigs? Oh my God, that sounds terrible. I know, we'll have to look at it. Hold on. Robert Picton. Oh my God, he looks like somebody who would do it too.
Yeah, serial killer.
Oh my God. Yeah, thank you, Isaac. I'll definitely look into that. Dear shit. What the hell? What is this doing? Oh, okay, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. Let's go down here. I know, right? It's gross. I know, right? Look. Okay, so Regina says, what is your biggest mystery? If you could find one thing truthfully from any crime, what would it be? Okay, so two things. Number one, for a perpetrator to actually finally say why they did it, to hear it from their mouth, because we can make a lot of us, Letitia, why did you do that? What was it like to get in her brain, Lori Daybell, why? You know what I'm saying? Like the why behind it that drives me crazy. Chad, what's saying that just happened? Why? Adam Montgomery, why? You know what I'm saying? Like that just drives me crazy. And of course, we can guess why. Well, because they're whatever, or whatever the case may be. But the why, what would you think of? Like, what? Who in their right mind would turn around in their car and strike a 5-year-old with their closed fist? And then keep going. You know what I'm saying? Who in their right mind, Lori Daybell? So it's the why. And yes, and yes, and then Plain Jane, Jean Benet, and Madeline McCain, the 100% want to know what happened. Okay, wait, hold on, Jennifer. I need to discover episode. You have to. Okay, so Jamie Fraley, pardon me, went missing. Okay, cool. I will. Jim, she went missing. Derek lives near Gastonia. Now he's had a lot of crazy unsolved crimes in his area.
A lot of missing young men.
In his area.
Right.
Maybe we should be careful of Derek. Maybe if you find a bunch of people going missing in my area now, then y'all know. Keep your eyes on Derek. Okay, let me get back to. Oh, let's watch a little clip from the little video thing real quick, and let's see what's going on over there. More of this. Okay.
Please continue to hold. Don't wake the bear.
So the please hold thing, I love saying that, and I'll do more. I'll do new merch with Bonfire through that to for the please hold thing, and I got that from a coworker that I used to work with, and she would, instead of putting people on hold, she would hold the phone like this and be like, please hold, please continue to hold. I'm almost done. Please hold. Please hold. Oh my goodness, please hold. And it was so funny to me. I mean, this is like 20 years ago, right? That she would not put the thing on hold. And so I always say that now. I'm always like, please hold. Your call is important to us. And so, okay. And Teresa says, oh, please hold. Now this is for real. Please hold. Teresa says, and hello, I hope you're doing well. Paul, you and I both love horror movies and true crime. You'll be posting any new content on your horror channel. We do miss the horror movie channel. Yeah, so I have another channel. It's a horror movie channel. Y'all haven't posted on it in like 2 years probably, because I just got crazy busy with everything and something had to go by the wayside, and it was going to be that. So that's going to be a channel that will stay there kind of like that. And then when I can, I will start posting on it again. Just because I absolutely love it. We've seen recently, if you're into movies like that, The Fall, rush out and see that movie. What was the movie we're going to watch tonight? You said.
Oh, it's got a long name.
Derek came up with one today that we're going to watch after we do this here. That he was like, "Oh my gosh!" He was like, "It's so good." I'll tell you in a second. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get back to it, but probably not 100% soon. Just because I don't know. And then Regina says, this is a good question. Are you planning on ever doing this full time? I would love for you to be doing trials like you did live streaming. So I had a blast doing that. All right, here's the name of the scary movie. My Heart Can't Beat Unless You Tell It to Go. He saw it on Prime. And so, yeah, and he's like, wants to watch it again. So I'm like, okay, let's go.
Quick shout out to Maiden. Someone just said that They were from Maiden. My mother lives there.
Oh, did y'all hear that? Derek said his mother lives in Maiden. So shout out to whoever said that. Shooby doo. Um, pardon me. What was that, Sam? So yeah, so I'll hopefully be doing this full time one day. I don't know at a certain point. I guess because maybe I don't know. I just feel like not that I'm old school, but I'm old school where I'm just like, I don't know, almost like, yeah, I always got to have like a regular old job. You know what I'm saying? So, but you never know. I definitely am like stepping back as, from work as much as I was working so that I can do this more. So it's definitely at that point now where that's why now this month has been crazy. But before that, where you see I'm like pumping out a lot more content. I mean, that's intentional. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to like step away from work and all the craziness of it. So yeah, definitely. Definitely a shooby do. Shooby do. Wait, hold on one second. Let's do this. We want to show. Where's the comments? What is you about? Oh yeah, so again for the people who are just joining, we're going to be going to CrimeCon in September. Miss Emily is going to be there. Derek's going to be there, and I'm going to be there. I don't have a booth. They never called me back. I guess they didn't want the damn sofa. But now at this point, we're like, it's probably better not to, so that we can walk around and not be glued to it and go to like events and stuff like that. Um, so, but we're going to be there. So if you're there, definitely, I mean, we'll plan some kind of meetup there, right? Whether it be like, hey, we're gonna meet down in the hotel lobby at this time, or I don't know. I have to get there and kind of see the vibe. But we're gonna plan something up.
It's a fun event.
Yeah,
Last
totally
year was
fun.
absolutely interesting and had a great time. And seeing a lot of the investigators and a lot of TV personality, as well as YouTube creators, it was just very much a lot of fun.
We had a blast, and we are super excited about this year. Denise says she's gonna be there. Well, girl, we're gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up. I'm going to be. Hold on. I'm gonna be. Wait, where to go? Kathy's gonna be there. Yay! I think I'll meet actually a lot more people at this one because it's on this. What do you call it? Side of the country, coast. I don't know what you're saying. Thank you. Thank you. Good Lord. This year it's going to be in CrimeCon's in Orlando, Florida this year.
End of September.
And then I am here to, I know y'all camp, so come up to Gatlinburg and say that Koa is pet for that. Hey, Brittany, I absolutely love Gatlinburg, love Tennessee. Dollywood went last year, our first time. Absolutely love Dolly. Definitely coming to that part of town. Bruce and I, Aiden and Toronto, Aiden Fucci, victim. Oh God, yeah, Aiden Fucci. That's another one. My God, and his sentencing, like listening to him talk, I was like, I mean, this is like somebody riddled with issues, right? Meredith, Derek does not have a channel, but he does have a TikTok.
Yes, I do.
What's your TikTok name?
NC Foothills.
NC Foothills.
Guy. NC Foothills Guy.
NC Foothills Guy on I can type it in. Is this right? Yeah, can y'all hear Derek? Because it's on this thing right here. Can y'all hear him when he talks? And that's Derek's TikTok. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Okay, I'm gonna go back over to this thing. Oh, you can't hear Derek when he talks. Oh, well, son of a bitch. You know what we should do? Hold on. Talk louder.
Okay.
Because it's going in this thing.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try and fix that because I don't have a normal you know what I mean, a microphone in here. Okay, let's go back here and watch this little thing. Oh my God, this is so cringy.
Clutch my pearls. I don't know what to do.
That was another one I used to say all the time.
Nacho Supreme Smackdown. Yeah. Not 100% on that.
I'm just going through some of these crazy little things.
Like, what am I watching? What am I watching?
I do love that little microphone, that Blue Yeti. It was good, but it always unplugs itself.
Okay, please hold. Please hold. Good God, please. Oh my God, lady. Oh, word. Life has changed drastically since I bought this tub. Now I can walk my dog, go swimming, play tennis, do all sorts of things.
Look at how young Roscoe looked in this little picture, y'all. Oh, he's a little old man now. He's over there sleeping. That's so cute. Hold on, let me get back over to y'all. Do you have any thoughts about Daryl Brooks? I can't stop thinking about it. I know. I want to see if he goes to trial on his other charges, right? But I don't think he will. I think they're going to plead him out. So we'll see. Hold on, hey, Bernadette, what's up? I'm glad you're here, though. I know little Roscoe. Hey, Jazz. I don't know, but I don't know the address. I live in Salisbury. Oh, you live in Salisbury? Oh, and speaking of, let me show you all this. Hold on. The address is God, what is it? It is. Hold on. Thank you, RW. Thank you, Brittany. That's my PO box right there. PO box 1552, Pittsburgh, NC 27312. Hey, Desperante. Okay, let's go over to some more questions here, real quick, people. Let's go. Please up. Please up. Okay. Knitting Artisan says, what sparked your interest in true crime and to go on and start a YouTube channel? Congratulations, Paul. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the Humble Grower. And thank you, ISO. Roscoe is 14 years old. So not to be a Debbie Downer up in here, Roscoe is on bar time. He's been on a rolling. He has 2 years to live for about 5 years. But he's had some events in the last year that honestly, I'm shocked that he is still here. And so the events that he's had this year have definitely slowed his roll. I mean, he's gained a lot of weight. He just literally sleeps all the time. I mean, he's on like some pretty heavy, like, anti-seizure meds and stuff like that. So he literally he's like knocked out right now on the edge of the bed. And that's what he does. So he's our little old man. He is just ornery as can be. Oh my goodness. But that's our little Roscoe. So yeah, even just 4 years ago, seeing this picture there, I was like, my God, he looks like a little puppy. But there he was like 10 or 11. So, bless his little heart. He's been such a good dog. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. So what sparked your interest in true crime? So I kind of already answered that one a few times, but it was about the whole, wanting to come on here and have a community and talk about true crime and that type thing or whatever. And, coming on here, it just kind of morphed into what you see it. And it's kind of always changing. Like I kind of always like go to, what do you call it? The trials and stuff like that. But then in between, obviously there's not a major one going on right now. So I follow kind of like whatever y'all do too. You know what I mean? Like whatever finds my interest or that's going crazy right now. So, so there's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so what kind of work do you do? How long have you lived in North Carolina? Lived there for 20 years. Do you think we'll start to do? Okay, so let's start with this one. So this is from Gina from West Virginia. It looks like 6391. Just what line of work are you in? I'm in continuing education. How long have you lived in North Carolina? So I am 46, right? I think 77. I was born in 77, so I think 46. So I grew up here. I lived in Fort Lauderdale for like, 10, 15, something like 10 years probably. Lived in Gainesville, Florida for many years, and then came back up here about 7, 8 years ago, I'd say. And have been back up here ever since. And then do you think you'll start to do live streams on a more regular basis now that your channel is so established? And that you'll be good and back and forth. So yeah, so one thing to do, the other channel, the podcast channel, is where I do like more regular live chats, and on the members Patreon, we go live once a month at minimum. Now, like whenever Letitia was going on, I think we're going like live on the members thing like once a week to talk about it. And so this channel, I'll go on like special occasions or every now and then type thing, just because what I have learned for what works for my like YouTube or whatever is people on this channel just want to see pre-done edited kind of videos for the most part. And so that's what I try and keep this channel to. And so I do it on all the other stuff, but like this is like, let's celebrate, let's do this or something major. It's like, okay, here we go. Then tell Roscoe not to forget about us when you hit the big time. Oh, he won't, don't worry. Okay, let's see. We're not Paul Roscoe. Congrats, wonderful, congratulate, and thank you for all the congratulations. There's Heather Feather with your congratulations. Thank you, girl. Question: what case? Okay, has never been. Okay, so what case? And this was from Annie Hall NZ. Which case that has never been solved is the one you want to know who done it? Jean Bonnet. Period. End of damn story. I mean, if I could, here's my bucket list right here. Before I leave this earth, I'm a real simple man. I want to know, are aliens real? Can we please get the truth of that? And what in the hell happened to Jean Bonnet? I mean, it's the two biggest life secrets that I have going right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Roxanne said, hold on. Roxanne says, do you think Chad will throw Lori under the bus? Okay, so excellent question. So here's my thing. I think that Chad is probably literally messing his britches when he saw what happened to Lori, because unlike Lori, who's just like, hey, la, 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 Chad, I think, has more cognizant of like this is bad, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the death penalty is on the table for old Chatty boy. And again, I always just stand by, well, look, death's not a big thing to y'all, so why should we be afraid of this? Well, of course it is to them. They don't care if it's other people that they can benefit from, right? So I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I think that it's like, I personally think she's going to end up with the death penalty in one of these other cases if they offer it. So, we'll see. And then Donna just asked, Paul, you're surprised that you're YouTube sensation with 60,000 subs. So thank you, Donna. Thank you for being here. I've seen your name for quite some time. I appreciate you being on the sofa. And honestly, to me, I mean, it's like, wow, 60. I mean, like looking at the 2,500 sub party and then being like, wow, 60,000 subs and all that. But I mean, I guess to me, I don't know if it's like you don't stop or be like to me it's like not a big deal because I'm just me, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that so many people like gathering around and are so cool and chill, that part is cool to me. This community here is just so like cool, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to keep saying you know what I'm saying, but I don't know what else to say. But I appreciate it. And yeah, I guess I'm a little bit shy, or what do you call it? Like, I don't know. Yeah, no, not shy. It's like, yeah, no. Oh, so okay, so hold on, Lena. This was good. Okay, so Lena, and hello, Lena. I've seen your name for a while too. Thank you for being on the sofa. Paul, you should watch Kenneth Mains's cold case. He does deep dives. He went through Jean Bonnet case and he's answered. Okay, girl, I have watched his Jean Bonnet thing. I have to. I think he has like 1 million views on that. I'm not kidding. I'm going to claim 250,000 of them. I have listened to that man's video on Jean Bonnet over and over and over and over. It is such. In fact, let's pull it up. It is such a great video on Jean Bonnet. I love listening to him. So one question I get asked, and I haven't seen it, but I know it's in here, so I'll just say it because whatever is what kind of like what do I watch on YouTube and stuff like that. So there's two answers to it. Number one, there's obviously when I'm sitting here researching. So a lot of times I'm on here recording trials and you know what I mean, like that, because like the stuff you see me doing, right? But then when it's like that, okay, well, what is Paul listening to on his free time? So this is a prime example of the type of content that I like. So hold on, let's pull them up. Unsolved. Yeah, and then it pulls it right up. Okay, so this is Unsolved No More, Kenneth Maines. And he does his Jean Bonnet, 1.3 million views. It's an hour and a half long. So I look for super long videos. And what I do is I get in my bed, I listen to YouTube at nighttime, and I will put the phone, just depending, but I'll put it like right here, kind of under the pillow. And it has to be a certain energy. It can't be like laughing and loud and that kind of stuff. It just has to be like somebody talking. And so Kenneth is very good at that, where he's on here just talking about, his whatever. Stephanie Harlow. That's another major one. Let me get over here to see who is on my thing. Please, the Lore Lodge. I've been listening to them a lot, and see, it also changes. But like, so Stephanie Harlow's always been like, Dr. Grande, and his new Bella Grande Media, his podcast. I listen to that a lot. And stuff like that. So like that kind of like chill podcasty vibe or whatever. And Lisa, I work in continuing education during the day. Yeah, I listen to it to fall asleep. So for me, if I tell somebody, or if I'm like, oh, I fall asleep to their videos, that's like a major compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, pardon me, for me, that's a major compliment to them, because I'm like, I can go fall asleep to this person. You know what I mean? Like, they're very comfortable and comforting to me to listen to them tell me a story. And so to kind of circle back, like I said, I went to school for creative writing and whatnot. I love stories, and I love to consume stories. I like to tell stories, and so in different story formats. And so I very much just look for a natural storyteller, if that makes sense. Oh, Theresa, this is an excellent question. Theresa says, what are you thinking about Hulu's The Girl from Plainville? Y'all, when I tell you, the only reason I didn't watch all 8 episodes in a row is because it was 11 o'clock at night. I had to go to work the next morning. That was such a good documentary. I need to do a video on it. I forgot to. Thank you for reminding me. But it would be more like a review, I guess you could say. This was the case about, pardon me, I forget her name now. The girl who convinced Roy Connor, it's Conrad, pardon me, to get back in his truck when he was in the process of taking his life. But it was like she built it up, like it was days of her convincing him to do this. To me, this is an overall thing, and I'll do it whenever I do a video of it. Yeah, Michelle, thank you, Jennifer. And again, this was the docu-series, so this is, based on a true story type vibe. But if you follow the case, and you'll be able to recognize a lot of the stuff that they're talking about. Okay, so the first of all, it kind of showed like how she was. Like, I felt like, you know what, this was like very not pre-plotted, but she was so hungry for attention, so desperate to not be alone, kind of a thing. He was a very troubled young man, and so like I saw this cloud coming together. It never hit me 100% that I was like, wow, like they really didn't know each other. So when she popped off talking about, oh, mom, dad, so and so's dead, and nobody knew that she even knew this guy, right? She was so desperate for friends, and it's like this became her personality. This was her ticket to get friends, and it was gross, right? It was absolutely gross. I do not think he would have taken his life if she had not coaxed him back into the car. I think that she definitely aided and abetted him, or whatever you call that. Clearly, I'm not trying to say he wasn't troubled and didn't have, obviously, yes. I do not think he would have taken his life at all. I think that he was having, a moment, right? And she just kept pushing it and pushing and pushing. So, okay, now Derek put up this. Thank you, Mr. Derek. Speechless. I hope I'm saying that right. How long does it take you to research, prep, film, and edit video? Do you on editing it so hard? Yes. So I mean, it really depends. So like, say on like say an hour-long video where it's like a reactionary type video, obviously it's like, first of all, I have to watch it and be like, oh wait, this is it's clicking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk about this or the case or whatever. So then I'll go through, record it, chop it up, the pieces I want to talk about, and then through there kind of find articles and stuff that might, you know what I mean, like support, like, okay, well, I know this about the case, but let me go find the proof, or, you know what I'm saying, like that type thing. And then the filming part, it really just depends on like the household at the time. Are the dogs barking and stuff, like, do I have peace and quiet? Y'all, if you ask me what part of YouTube I don't like the most, it's editing, because my brain is like, I can't handle this. It is boring, and I want to pass out. So Yeah, but I mean, I would say at least 8 hours for a video, like minimum, and that's like now a video like Stephanie Lazarus that I did, or like a deep dive kind of a thing like that. Oh, that could take days, you know. That could take a long, like it takes a long time. Like I'm working on one right now that it's not a deep dive, but it's a case that went through recently, and it was a guy who killed his mother, the lawyer who killed his mother. I can't, Richard, I don't have it in front of me. But I'm mostly focusing on when he is on the stand and he testifies, and it's so obvious. It's like, dude, you clearly did this, right? I mean, this is just, it's really bad. But I've been working on that, like coming back to it for a few weeks, because usually I'll also follow the stuff that's in the headlines as well. So there's that. Thank you for your question. Um, it took me 2 hours to edit a 40-second TikTok. Oh, Lord mercy. See that right there?
That's me.
Derek says that's me with the TikTok. Um, and yeah, I know the assistant thing. Well, Derek helps me do the you say
I was gonna say I do promotion. I mean, I try to promote the videos. Everything is done by Paul. I do sometimes, shoot articles to him or topics that might have come up, but otherwise, everything that's on his channel is all self-made by Paul. And once he releases it to YouTube, I generally, through other avenues of social media, promote what he's done. So it's basically just that kind of promotion is all that I'm doing.
and then
And support. Personal friend support.
yeah. And then we got Emily keeping us all in line over all of it. So I'm not on TikTok. I used to be, but then I had a meltdown with my phone, so I probably still have the account, but I'm not on it. And then Derek is NC Foothills. Is this a?
And mine's just generic. There's no rhyme to reason. I just put up stuff that I find interesting.
Okay, so Old Soul says, Paul, creepiest case. I'm torn between Steven and Todd. Oh my God. Anthony Todd was creepy as hell. And Steven, are you talking about Steven that was like, Steven? I've hurt people, Steven. Are you talking about the dude who like got on the news interview talking about his next door neighbor that he killed, but pretending like he didn't? Because that guy was creepy as hell too. That guy was super creepy. Chandler Harris, Chandler, what is his name? Halderson? I get it. Chandler Halderson. I have a hard time saying that. Super creepy dude. I mean, the things he did in that house, I'm like, this is like, oh my God. Hold on, reporting live. See, Stormy super chat. Oh, hold on. Was it this up here? Oh, yeah. Paul, happy news. Myself and Mr. Rainbows are finally getting married in 12 days' time. Friday, Tuesday. You've been with me. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, my God. I love that. Yes, absolutely. Email me that. Congratulations. Stephen McDaniel. Okay. Vice Forever, 100%. I forgot about this guy. He literally looked like, what's that character? The bell tower guy. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Hunchback in there's a Hunchback in Notre Dame. That's right there. Yeah, this guy was sick. I forgot about him. He was super damn creepy. That's a good call, Vice. Definitely a good call on that one. I know, right? Like literally, I was like, okay, let's go watch another one of these little things. We only got a few left.
I'm concerned if we're giving out awards, nothing beats the woman at Walmart on the handicap thing with drinking wine out of Pringles can. I mean, for God's sake, I think we've all done it before. I mean, I always feel like I'm just a paycheck away from that. I mean, honestly, y'all. I mean, it is not beneath me, y'all. That is not. I am not too good for that right there. I'm not too good for that. I mean, let's just be honest.
Now, what that was in reference to is the article about that woman outside Walmart who got caught um, riding one of those little scooters around the parking lot for hours on end, drinking wine out of a Pringles can. And then Emily sent me this. It's actual, I don't know if you can see it, a water thing, and with the can and with the Pringles can thing. And I absolutely love this. Thanks, Delgado. I'm sorry. Thank you, El Delgado. It took me a minute. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Um, hey, Foxy, how's it going? Yeah, the Pringle can. We need the Florida Man story. We need one Florida Man. I know we do need, we'll have to find one because we do need a Florida Man story. Now, also, y'all, oh my God, I forgot to show. Okay, so let me pull this up because I want to show you her Instagram account too. So I was like on a Sofa Squad member. I don't know what we did, but they hit me up somewhere, and I went and looked at her Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, she does these little crochets, and I was like, do you sell those, or will you do something custom, whatever? She's like, absolutely. What do you want? And I was like, I want Roscoe, and y'all, oh my God, please hold. Okay. This is right. Yeah. Okay. So this is her Instagram. Tiny, tiny desk and cook. I'm tiny. Tina Desk and Cook. That's her Instagram right there, with her things on here. You see her little stuff right here. Let me show you the little Roscoe that I got from her. Oh my gosh! Thank you. Look at this. Isn't this adorable? And look at this. Where is it? She even put a little a little thing on here with a little R on it. Y'all, this is so cute. With his little gray face on there. Oh my God. And then, and I didn't know this, and Jake's not in here. She sent me this too, extra, which she threw in there. I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Well, this ended up looking like my friend's new dog that he got named Jake. So absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Oh my God. So check her Instagram out if you're into those things. She did an amazing job on them. Okay, now let's go over here. We're yelling timber.
Oh,
No, you're all good.
A deputy said Jones's live-in girlfriend called police and said Jones woke her up abruptly by slapping her in the face with the cheese. If somebody woke me up by slapping me in the face with a cheeseburger, first of all, I'd probably eat it. Secondly, I probably would laugh about it. I mean, it depends again, like, what are we talking about? A 3-month-old, McDonald's cheeseburger? I mean, come on here. So I got to read that again. Deputies say Jones's living girlfriend called police and said Jones woke her up abruptly by slapping her in the. I can just see it happening. I can just see it happening. I can see it happening.
I mean, y'all, you have to be down for a food fight, right? I know I'd probably eat it too. I know Jennifer says, I'm sorry, that little crochet made me cry when that's one reason why I wanted it. Cause I was like, I mean, again, Roscoe, probably doesn't have that much, time left. And I was like, I'm getting like Roscoe stuff or whatever. So yeah. Now I think I found our Florida Man story that we're going to read here in a minute, but let's watch this other thing here. I think this is the last one. Please hold. Well, this just really messed me up. I know there's 2 more. Okay, please hold.
When deputies arrived, the victim was visibly upset, obviously. Yeah, they know this is funny. Yeah, they know this is funny. Okay, listen. When deputies arrived, the y'all, it gets better. Y'all, it gets better. I can't read that. I can't read it. I can't eat it. I can't read it. Okay, please hold. When deputies arrived, the victim was visibly upset. Hold on. The victim was visibly upset and covered with particles of the food. Oh my god.
Oh Lord, y'all. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing at myself, but my God. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, I was getting warm. Look at me. I'm breaking a sweat over here. I'm breaking a sweat. No, I hope he's okay, Joanne. Yeah, Roscoe's been here the whole damn sofa time. Yeah, he's just sitting here. He's like, hello. Are you bothering me? Roscoe, we're talking about you. He's like, I don't care. Okay, we're gonna read the now. I gotta look through this one real quick because this is saucy. Okay, this is a Florida man story, but it's saucy. So let me make sure that we can read it. The comment section is gonna be so good on this, though. Okay. So first of all, well, let's just do this. This is one of those things where, like, when you hear about some shoplifting things and that people get something and it tells a story about like how their day's going or whatever. This is one of those. Okay. Okay. Let me just kind of read it because I mean, like, it might be. Okay. A flagger was arrested after trying to make several strange products. Trying to back out of a car. Damn, he already got the car. One of the racers that W tried to. Okay, we got to read this one. Okay, let me make sure that this isn't going to go off here or something. Okay, so this is in Florida. This is in Orlando. Okay, local news. Flagler man accused of shoplifting vibrator condoms from Target. There's other stuff too, right? But this is just what it says here. Okay, David Romero, 46, faces charges of larceny and petty theft. This is June 20th. Flagler County, Florida. A Flagler County man was arrested after trying to take several strange products from a Target in Palm Coast, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies said they responded to reports about the Target theft along Moody Boulevard on Monday afternoon. Upon arrival, deputies found 46-year-old David Romero trying to back out of a parking spot outside the Target, the sheriff's office announced in a release. So he's already made it to the parking lot and in the car. So just keep this in mind because this is some of the questions that I have. Okay, now here's a picture of him. Just kind of, you might pass this guy in the street normal every day, The release shows that deputies then tried to take Romero into custody on an arrest warrant out of Putnam County, but as they tried to place him in the patrol car, a pink vibrator fell out of his pants. So already this is, now my first question is, well, what size was it? And was it still in the packaging? I'm very curious about this. Okay, then investigators later learned that Romero had stolen the vibrator from Target, along with condoms, personal lubricant, and several male enhancement products and a t-shirt, according to the sheriff's office. I so bad want to know what the t-shirt was because in my mind, you know how Target has like those kind of like retro, like funny t-shirt slogans? That's the only thing it could be in my world, right? Like it wasn't like a blue t-shirt like this. It was something like my Golden Girls shirt or whatever, right? Witnesses he had plans. I mean, that's the thing. Like, this tells a story, right? He was on a damn mission and they got, and it was good, apparently. They messed him up, though. Okay, here we go. Romero had been caught on surveillance footage stuffing the items inside tan shapewear he found in the store. Shapewear, okay, again, this is telling a story. Deputies said then he picked up a few groceries. Well, you're going to be hungry after you work out like that with all this, little frolicking, right? And paid only for the food before leaving the store, still holding onto the stolen goods according to the release. Like, I wonder what kind of food it was, right? Romero faces 1 count of petty theft, 4 counts of larceny, and 4 counts of grand theft. He's held on a bond of $3,000. Oh, that's it. Now, here's the thing. That's going to be embarrassing. You're gonna have to make some stuff up when you're in jail over that, because like you don't want to notice that. Okay, now let's read some of the comments because these are good. So the first one is party time. I mean, 100%. Second comment. So he was planning a little private interlude. It didn't, at least didn't attack anyone. Next time, don't pay for the chips and beer for the after party, and do pay for the private personal supplies. That way, the entire country won't hear about how you spend your very private time. I mean, this is such a good point. What kind of food did he get? Like, how much was the vibrator and the other stuff, right? I mean, how much was the stuff in comparison to the food? Like, what did he get? Literally like a bag of chips. Okay, then this person says, anyone notice the massage instrument was still working? Can you imagine if it was buzzing around on the floor of when they arrested him? So Target sells personal massagers. Walmart, this person says, so Target sells personal massagers. Walmart, I can understand, but Target? And I mean, why is this? I mean, okay, I get it. Yeah, whipped cream. Cindy, if he bought whipped cream, I'm done. I am absolutely done. Yeah, and then Annie says maybe some sausages. Can you imagine if he walked up there with those like foot-long hot dogs and some whipped cream and then the vibrator stuff? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. What's so strange about that? Target is a French company. Got to make it, or now it gets political. Who knows what is going on? It's on the bright side, he may find some extracurricular activities in jail. This is true. What's this one? Oh, this is a North Carolina one, y'all.
A Bigfoot has been discovered.
Okay, I don't know if y'all heard. Derek says a Bigfoot has been discovered in North Carolina.
This was last week.
Do I have it? Okay, so Belmont News Network is okay. It's Shelby, North Carolina. If you're from here, shout out. A local woman is the talk of the town after an outrageous claim that she recently made. Sierra Stoner. I love that her last name is Stoner.
Oh yes.
24 of Lawndale says that she was impregnated. Oh my God. Y'all, this one's, we might have just outdone damn Florida for this one for North Carolina. Hold our beer. We're going to put Florida to damn shame. Okay, so Sierra Stoner, 24 of Lawndale, says that she was impregnated by Bigfoot while on a camping trip a few months ago. It's the only logical explanation, says Munson, a longtime employee at Dairy Queen in Lincolnton, North Carolina. My husband is sterile, so we thought we couldn't have kids. Now I'm pregnant, and the only way this could happen is if Sasquatch was the daddy. Absolutely not. This has to be fake.
No, it's real. It's a real news story.
You already know where this is going. First of all, we are going to be invested in this to see what happens when she has said baby, right? Because Annie says that's going to be a hairy baby. If that baby doesn't come out fully hairy, we might have to accept the fact that she cheated on her husband. But
she's going to have to register at PetSmart.
Derek says she's going to have to register at PetSmart. Okay, Sierra's husband is fully supporting his wife, even though her story sounds a bit far-fetched. She was on a camping trip with her girlfriends in Lake Lure a while back, says Howard Stoner, 53, of Shelby. She said that Bigfoot snuck into her tent up there near Lake Lure and had his evil ways with her. I believe my wife. We've been married for a long time and she's never lied to me. Well, I'd be questioning every damn thing. I mean, I'm talking about every last damn thing. Okay. Experts in the scientific community have been quick to voice their skepticism. I mean, we don't need a damn science degree to tell us this, right? Dr. Albert Furman, a renowned geneticist at the prestigious Gaston College, remarked, from a biological standpoint, the likelihood of interspecies breeding is virtually non-existent. While Bigfoot sightings remain an intriguing mystery, we must rely on factual evidence, not personal anecdotes. Meanwhile, please tell me that is not really the picture of them.
Yes.
No.
You got to show the crowd the picture.
This has to. Okay, hold on.
Squad, you're going to get ready.
Meanwhile, Harold Stoner says that he looks forward to confronting Bigfoot one day, soon to give him a piece of his mind. I've got some strong words for that Sasquatch, warns Harold, and he won't like hearing what I have to say, that's for sure. This is a developing story. Big Fat has been smart enough to keep
That's
this
all
open.
comments.
This would have made for a great
gotta show
fun.
the picture.
Say YouTube without saying. I don't know if this is really them, but y'all look at this picture. Just please help. So that, hold on.
Angle it down.
Let me do it. Well, there's kind of there you go. That can't be. I mean, yeah.
Age difference.
I mean, just and why did he need his shirt off? Why did we need that? Why is her baby daddy Bigfoot and the baby daddy Bigfoot? That is amazing. Yeah, this sounds like Lizzie. This sounds like National Choir. 100%. I smell onion. I know I do too, right? 100%. Oh my god, that is amazing. Just right. I believe her 200%. Again, listen, if it's real, let's wait for 9 months and find out, right? And again, would love to imagine this if she ended up giving birth to a damn Bigfoot. And it was like, we solved the damn mystery. Bigfoot's another thing. See, I want to know aliens, JonBenet, Bigfoot. We will see. So, y'all, we have to go because guess what? We got a movie to watch. We got to go to bed early. We're going to Atlanta early in the morning because we are going to see The Cure Tuesday night. We are very excited about this. We cannot wait for this. I will be posting some pictures from the concert. If you're a Cure fan, be on the lookout for it. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart for making the Sofa Squad what it is. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Derek. And thank you, all sofa cushions that have been here. I greatly appreciate it. Pardon me. And so that's it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight with super chats and questions and all of that. Y'all have made this journey so much fun, and we're going to continue to do so. Drop me an email if you have case suggestions and that kind of a thing. And that's it. Roscoe says hello. Roscoe is going to show his face, and Derek says thank you, and that's it. I love y'all, Sofa Squad. Thank y'all very much. And again, thank you, Emily, for holding it down and always keeping everybody going. Y'all have yourself a good evening, a good week ahead, and we shall talk to you